happened to the Lakers at a more worse time. This season has been just a bunch of up and downs like a roller coaster ride. At the beginning of the year, they didn't start out too well. Then everybody just said that they could only beat bad teams, and those are the only teams they could beat. Then they started getting some more quality wins, but they had a lot of blowout losses to some top teams, which made the narrative start to spiral and spiral and spiral. On top of Luka dealing with his whole custody match with his ex-wife, the divorce battle, all of that stuff that is going on, the Lakers actually low-key started to start playing great basketball, and we were literally riding the highs of the coattails of our 9-game winning streak where we beat a lot of good comp within that stretch. And now it just seems like it's all just going to go to waste, on top of this being Luka's first real year in Los Angeles.
Honestly, just for Luka Doncic personally, like, this was a very special season. We obviously all know what Luka can bring to a team offensively, the way that he's able to lift up the floor of that team and always keep them competitive. But Luka really backpacked the Lakers this year. Like I said in the beginning, we had injuries with Austin Reaves. He has his calf strain. We had LeBron, who missed games with the sciatica at the beginning of the season. And this is the stuff that Luka's just been doing all year. He's been playing at a very high level, really higher as of March. He really picked it up into another level and was averaging 40 for the month. But you can see what he's doing to these guys. Like, this is the type of caliber player Luka Doncic is, and this is what we're missing. One of the best closers, one of the best players in the NBA is no longer going to be healthy for the playoffs because of this hamstring non-contact injury. And it's just so frustrating knowing what he's been dealing with all season. You even look here. You get some defense. Back tap leading to the steal, going the other way. It's just so frustrating. Like, I can only imagine how he feels. And look at him, just killing these guys. Like, it's so frustrating as a Lakers fan to deal with this, man. All while Luke has been dealing with what he has been dealing with, we've also had Austin Reaves literally turn into a superstar in front of our own eyes, at least at the start of the season. Austin Reaves has gone through so many phases of his development, and I feel like this year he really took that jump to let people know, like, hey, I am really good at playing basketball, and you guys need to stop acting like I'm not as good as I am. There were a couple stretches where, like I said, Luka did miss some games early on in the season. Austin Reaves had a 50-point game versus the Sacramento Kings, then actually followed it up with a game winner versus the Minnesota Timberwolves, practically beating them by himself. And this notable game where he had 44, the game LeBron's 10-plus streak ended against the Toronto Raptors. And he was the catalyst for a lot of the things that happened this season as well. Like, as much as we have Luka and LeBron, people act like Austin Reaves isn't a huge part of what the Lakers do, especially this season to begin with. Like, he runs our offense very well. He knows when to shoot, when to pass. He knows how to get into the lanes. He's very good at finding DeAndre Ayton in pick and roll situations. Jackson Hayes as well. Like, he just plays the game the right way and always makes the right read. And it's just not fair that he can't be playing at a high level when he's been doing it all year long. Now, unfortunately, that calf strain on that Christmas Day game, I think really messed up his production going forward because it kind of wasn't as loud as it was, but he was still contributing. Don't get me wrong. He's a very underrated playmaker for this team, but it's just sad that this is how it's all going to go down. Now, the bigger picture with all of this is just how this all connects with LeBron James.
Sucks about the Lakers this season is all they've been trying to do is gain some sort of consistency within their lineups, especially with their best three players. Not starting out the year with your oldest player not having a training camp and having to come back like a month-ish in is never the greatest. That's why a lot of people were pushing these net rating agendas at the beginning of the season when it came to the Lakers, because the Lakers net rating with their best three players absolutely sucked. But to nobody's surprise, the players that are three proven basketball players just needed more time to gel with each other within the lineup. That's why as the Lakers got some more continuity and consistency with those big three of Austin Reaves, LeBron James, and Luka Doncic, the more they played together, the more they started to dominate their minutes, and that same net rating that was terrible was a lot better. But not only were they saying that the big three was bad, they were also trying to say that LeBron was the reason why this team is so bad, which is why, in a sense, that this is kind of poetic. I don't want it to be like this, but now it looks like the fate of our season is just relying on strictly LeBron. We've seen what happened last night. Cooper Flag almost gave us 50. We ended up losing by 4, but we did get some contributions from everybody else, and everybody keeps saying they want LeBron to turn back the clock, but I just don't think it's a fair, realistic expectation for him to be able to do this still at 41 years of age. You know what I mean? Like, how I just don't understand why this keeps happening to LeBron. But this is pretty much the story of the season, unfortunately, just inconsistencies with injuries, with our lineups, and all of that other stuff. So let's just hope LeBron is going to be able to do something to help the Lakers at least stall to get maybe Luka or Austin Reaves back. And then maybe we can do something in the playoffs.
It's so sad because you can see like the pecking order for the Lakers was falling in line. You can see this is after Luka dropped 60. Everybody was embracing him as they should. And we got so much things, but LeBron was really holding it all together with plays like this. We got the diving on the ball versus the Denver Nuggets. That really helped us and was a pivotal jump ball for us. And look at him setting the tone at the beginning of this Cleveland Cavs game the other day, getting this ridiculous chase down block right to start the game to set the tone. You not only see LeBron's impact only when he's dominating, but even in plays like this, him rolling to the rim hard made Paolo want to tag him, left Luke Kennard wide open for the game winner. And this also just shows how high the vibes were in LA right before everything happened. They looked so connected. They looked like they really loved playing for each other as a team. And it's just so sad that now it's no longer like this anymore. We're back to just LeBron hoops.
That just really, really sucks about it all. Like literally 1 week ago, there was no dark cloud over this team. The vibes were high. Everybody, like, I didn't think we were gonna win a championship, but I was just ready to check ball with anybody and just live with the results that happened because we had the chemistry. We wanted to play for each other. It was all smiles. Everything was clicking. Luka was leading the, well, he still is, but Luka was playing at a very high level. Austin Reaves, he was trying to get back into his groove. And then we just had LeBron being like a on-court enforcer, overseeing everything, making sure all the puzzle pieces correctly fit properly. And then it was all good until it unfortunately wasn't good. So now we're in a position where most Laker fans are just left with a bad taste in our mouth, with a terrible way to end out the season. And all you can really just sit and think about is, what if it didn't have to be this way? Like, why did it have to be this way? But like I said, I don't think we were going to win a championship, but I was prepared to check up with anybody. I think we would have beat whoever we would have played in the first round. But the second round is where the real test and that camaraderie would have came in handy, because I think that the chemistry that they've had and built throughout this winning streak specifically, and mostly post All-Star break, but the win streak as well, really had me thinking that like everything could be good until it wasn't good anymore.